Kelly's Wordy Reactions. So, I wanted to come in real quick and go over this article about Sean Diddy Combs' ex Gina Hun, who who's the would be victim three, and the one that dropped out. She decided that she did not want to testify. Well, she's written a letter to his judge, apparently pushing for his release. So let's go ahead and get into this article from CNN actually, and see what they have to say. All right, so an ex-girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs, who was supposed to testify against him in his criminal case, but mysteriously dropped out days began before the trial began, has written a letter to the judge pushing for Combs' release on bail. So Virginia Hun, who goes by Gina, was part of the prosecution's case against Combs, initially anonymously referred to as Victim 3. But before the trial began, prosecutors alerted the court while Victim 3 was under subpoena to testify, they had lost touch with her and her attorney, and she may not show up. And this is the same, I don't know if you all will remember this, but I think it was right after, or very close to the end of the trial, right after he was actually acquitted on the most serious charges. I think it was TMZ that found Gina at like a Whole Foods, coming out of Whole Foods or something like that. So anyway, now in their last or latest attempt to get Combs released on bail ahead of his sentencing, Combs' defense has included a letter from victim. Okay, so this is sounds like it was prompted by his defense attorneys. So Combs' defense has included a letter from victim 3, who for the first time has identified herself by name. In the letter, Hun wrote to the judge she does not believe Combs is a danger to the community, and he is a committed family man, okay, who has not been violent in many years. Wow. Interesting. I think she even has interviews out here that say different, but okay, girl. All right, so Hun's letter was included as an exhibit in the defense's latest filing. Their reply to the prosecution's opposition to releasing Combs on bail ahead of his sentencing, which is set for October the 3rd. Combs was convicted, and we know this part, he was convicted by jury last month of 2 charges of transportation to engage in prostitution, but acquitted on the more serious charges, which have put him behind bars for, which would have put him behind bars for decades or for life. And that was the racketeering conspiracy and ex-trafficking. All right, so in the letter, back to the letter, because we know what's going on with Diddy. In this letter from Hun, she said she's known Combs for years, both professionally and personally. She's acknowledged her relationship with him, and she said it was not always perfect, but he was willing to acknowledge his mistakes and make better decisions in the future. Wow. I mean, I guess I can believe it. It's this hard to believe, but I guess I can believe it since she refused to testify. But you just would not think, that somebody would be doing this, but okay. Anyway, by the time our relationship ended, he embodied an energy of love. Oh my goodness. Patience and gentleness that was markedly different from his past behavior. To my knowledge, Hun says, he has not been violent for many years, and he has been committed to being a father first. The letter stated, I am writing because I do not view Mr. Combs as a danger to me or to the community. All right, girl. Okay. I didn't read this before. I'm coming in live to read it on here, so I guess I'm a little bit surprised because she has interviews. Tasha K interviewed her, and I watched that interview just recently where she really does say different, but I guess she thinks that won't be brought to the judge's attention. So let's see, just a little bit more of this. During the trial, Combs' former assistant George Kaplan testified he once saw Combs throwing apples at Hun at his home in Miami. And then Cassie Ventura, the case's star witness and another former girlfriend of Combs, testified Combs was unfaithful to her by dating Gina throughout their 11-year relationship. So CNN has reached out to Hun and to the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York for comment. Combs' defense has asked the court to release him on bail on a $50 million bond. They have argued he's not a danger to the community and is not a flight risk. All right, so last week they also filed a motion asking the judge to completely acquit him or give him a new trial, arguing he was unfairly prosecuted based on the Mann Act, calling his conviction unconstitutional. So all these things have been argued by Diddy's defense, and there's no word back from the judge as of yet on these motions. So this conviction stands alone, or in quote, this is in quotes. This conviction stands alone, but it should not stand at all, Combs' attorney Alexandra Shapiro wrote in the 62-page memorandum. Other witnesses in the case, including Ventura, previously wrote letters to the judge pleading for him to remain incarcerated, telling the court they would fear for their safety if he were released from jail ahead of his sentencing. Combs was physically violent on numerous occasions with Ventura, and photographic and video evidence of her being assaulted was shown to the jury throughout the trial, including the 2016 hotel surveillance footage of Combs. And we know what he was doing to Miss Ventura, which was first released by CNN. All right, so in his decision to deny Combs bail immediately after the verdict, the judge cited Combs' admitted pattern of violence in his relationships. All right, so this is, that's the story from, like I said, CNN. And so we'll see what happens. So apparently, Diddy's defense had Miss Hun to write a letter, or, I don't really know how it happened, but it was submitted by Diddy's defense from Gina, who says that she would, urge the court to release him on bail. She says he's not a threat to anybody. He has not been violent in years. And so, yeah, that's that's what she says. So anyway, in the comments, let me know what you think. Thanks for dropping in. Hello, Banana Lover. Thank you for stopping in. And so yeah, we'll have to see how it turns out. But anyway, yeah, in the comments, let me know what you all think. And if you have any additional information about Gina, I really was under the impression that she was, that's why they wanted her to come and testify, because she had some of the same experiences as the other two victims. And so now she's saying, yeah, he's not been violent in many years and he's no threat. So anyway, I will see you all on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.